Okay, so it's time to get the dome ready, put it on. So right now these caps here will be secured on the perimeter of the lid in various places. I'll show you that. But for now, to stop the cap from splitting, I'm just pre-drilling holes right in the center of the caps. And if you drill on plywood, it'll stop it from splitting, but basically what you want is a cap with a hole in it, because we're going to be screwing this to the lid. All right, so these here already have all the holes in, and we're going to place them around the perimeter, and let's build our dome. Okay, so right now I have all the caps in place. I'm going to have to move them, but this is just for the video. You'll notice that the corners have the two caps also in the middle, and then the far corner. All right, the reason for that is what I'm going to build. Right now I live in zone 4, and if I build just one dome, it'll give me probably a zone 5.5. By building the second dome with the plastic, it'll bring me from a zone 4 to a zone 7. So that's what we're attempting today. But they have to be spaced out like that, because you got to have airflow between the two plastic domes. And you'll see that when I start to build. But yeah, you got to do that so that you create an air vapor lock between the two domes, and that'll give you your heat. Okay, so right now I'm just going to remove the outside caps and just screw the inside caps into position. Okay, I'll get right back to you. Okay, now I got to change my screws around. So building the frame, I used 3.5. Building the lid, I used 2.5. But when I secure all the caps that you see in place right there, I'm going to use 1.5. So that's 1.5 inch deck screws. All right, make sure, because you don't want to screw your lid to the box. So right now this will be perfect for the 2x4s. Okay, so we're going to get that screwed in place. All right, now that that's done, what I got to do next, take a measurement from the middle of this cap to the middle of this cap. All right, then once I got that measurement, I got to divide it in half. Then once I divide it in half, I got to times that by pi, which is 3.1415. And that gives me a half a circle. And then once I calculate that, then I'll know what length I got to cut my PVC piping. So right now, this is what I got. Okay. So right now, this is pi, 3.1415. My total measurement was 45 inches. So I divide it by 2. Then I times it by 3.1415. That gives me my half circle. So it came to 70.68. So I'm going to make it 70 inches. So right now I'm going to cut 3 hoops at 70 inches. All right. So I'll get right back to you. All right. So I got the pipes ready. As you can see from the middle one, that's how it's going to be. Okay. You got the nice little dome effect. Now the two ends, I got to put these brackets on. Okay. I got to put 3 because I'm going to have to secure that with 3 pieces, one on the top and one on each side. That's going to secure the whole dome. Basically, where I live, we get 4, 5, 6 feet of snow, no problem. So it's got to be able to hold a lot of weight. But being a dome, the snow will accumulate and then slide off. All right, and then it's going to be my job to make sure it cleans off pretty good. So right now, I'm going to put 3 of these on. The top part is 1/2 inch, and both ends are 3/4. That way it'll slide over the pipe nice and easy. So the front and the back, I'll put 3 of these on. Okay, 3 of these are on. So now I'm going to secure to the other path. Okay, I'm going to go do the back. Okay, so now what I got to do is I got to cut a piece for the top and then a piece for the 2 sides that anchor into them cross members. All right, so I'm going to take a couple measurements, cut my 3 pieces, and I'll get right back to you. All right, so now I got my 3 hoops done. All right, I measured and I cut 3 other lengths, 1 for each side and then 1 for the top. That's why I have 3 of these T's. So basically right now, this one here will go right in the middle. So place this on top. Secure it in. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side and secure that in. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just eyeball the middle roughly. Okay, right here I'm going to pre-drill a hole in all 3 of them and put a set screw so it doesn't move. I'll do the 3 here and then the 3 on the other side. That's just to secure it from moving. All right, I'm going to do all the rest, and I'll be right back. All right, so I took a little break, and I built the both beds for the first hoop section. So right now I'm going to take some electrical black tape, and in the middle hoop on the 3 locations, I'm just going to figure 4 it and tape all 3 locations, and then I'll go to the far bed and do the same thing. So okay, that's all you need, is something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other 5 sections, and I'll get right back to you. Let's take a look at what we got so far. So we got the first sections on both beds. All 3 in the front and 3 in the back are all secured with screws. All the middle is secured with black electrical tape, which is waterproof. So all we got left to do now for the first layer is cover both of them in plastic. All right. That's going to give me 1.5 zones with 1 layer. So right now I'm in zone 4. That'll give me 5.5. All right, so I'm going to get it set up for my first layer. Okay, so now it's time to cut my 1x2s. And my 1x2s is what's going to secure all the plastic around my domes. So what I got here all right, so right now I got the back part as the longest. All right, and then the long end will be the shortest inside, as you can see, just like that. All right, so I got the other bed all cut. I have 3 pieces to cut on this one, but just to let you know why you put one on the inside all the way around, because when you want to make the second canopy, you got to put it to the outside corner. All right, so then your pole will go over this way, so you'll end up with about a 3-inch gap all the way around and over the top. So by doing it that way, you got a lot of airflow between the 2 liners. All right, so right now I'm just going to finish cutting the 1x2s, throw them aside, and then let's wrap that in plastic. Be right back. All right, all my 1x2s are cut. I'm going to use the 1.5 inch deck screws. It's going to be good enough to secure everything. So now let's unroll the plastic and get it ready. Again, 6 mil, and this is greenhouse grade plastic. And in the bottom, I'm going to put all the links for the plastic, the caps, PVC, whatever I have, I'll put in a link. All right. So let's spread this out. So anyways, this is folded triple. So I got it over hanging to the bottom of the box on the other side. Should be plenty. I'll do the same here, but I'm going to cut it as the roll and then unroll it. It'll be a lot easier. Okay, set this up for the other side. All right, let's unroll this. Okay, so that's all unfolded. So what I'll do is I'll reposition the camera and show you what I'm going to do here to tighten her all up. Okay? Again, 1.5 inch screws. So I measured it, so I'm flush here. All right. Screw her down. Push her nice and tight. Okay, so this side's on. Now we got to go to the other side and tighten all this up. All right, when I do this side here, I'm going to use my body weight and stretch that plastic as much as I can. nice and tight. Okay, now we got to do the end pieces. All we got to do is keep folding it inside, create a knot so it's like a fan. All right. So we'll bring it all in, create a knot here, and then secure it with the last piece of board. There you go, nice and tight. So I'll go do the other end, and then I'll get the other one ready, and then we'll cut it all off, and that's going to be just phase one. I got to get some more supplies to do phase two. I got to get some more PVC piping. So I'll be right back. All right. Now it's the back side. Do the same thing. Bring it all to the middle. Okay, nice and tight. So all I'm going to do now is just going to trim it all over, and then I'm going to work on the next one. So there you go. I'll take you off the tripod and let's take a look at it. Okay, so that's what we have right now. And that's just tier one. I'm going to do another canopy over top of that one. So that's what it looks like. All right. So now I'm going to work on that one. And then when my supplies come in, I'm going to double that. All right. So right here are some snap clips. Okay. That's for the 1/2-inch pipe, 4 inches long. And I got 4 at each end. And that just tightens everything right up. So there's 1 at the bottom, 2, 3, and 1 at the bottom, 4. And basically turns it into a drum. So it's nice and tight. So there's 4 at each end. Now I'm going to continue with the other bed. Okay, this is just the outside. 79 Fahrenheit and probably, I'd say probably 26 Celsius. There it is. Okay, that's just outside. Sitting on a stick in the middle of the sun. So right now, that's the first tier done on my garden beds. Turned out very well. So once I get my PVC pipe and everything, I'll be able to do my second tier on top. And man, that's going to be nice for the veggies. I think I'm going to just put all my hot peppers in there. So it turned out pretty good. So let's see how hot it is in there. Well, it's 121 Fahrenheit, 49 Celsius. Wow, nice and hot. Probably add about another 15, 20 Fahrenheit once I get my second layer on. But yeah, that turned out pretty good. All right, let's see what they look like opened. Okay, there's the 2 beds open. I wanted it to open together. That way all you got to do is sit right in here and you can weed both sides and pick from both sides. So it turned out pretty good. Now I can't wait to plant. Probably next week. Hopefully all my rest of my material comes in so I can finish my job. All right. See you in a bit.